Grand Rising and Wholeness family. Welcome to Homeschool Approach to Holistic Health. I am here with the most beautiful Lauren, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. She has so many streams of income. I actually have told my children to do 9 streams because I heard of 7, which she told me that 7 is before. I'm already jumping in. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Lauren. Can you tell how excited I am?
I'm Lauren. I'm 24 years old, and I am currently in school to be a obstetrician gynecologist, but I'm also wanting to be a holistic health specialist.
Yes, and so we're going to dive into that just a little bit. But again, 9 streams of income is what I told my children that they should have because I had a basis of 7. So I always said make sure you go a little bit above that just so you can kind of fall amongst where you want to be. How many streams of income do you have?
Right now I have 6, but I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to shoot for 9. I'm going to shoot for 9.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So 6, can you just tell us off the top of your head?
Off the top, it is, I have real estate that is wholesale, commercial, and Airbnb. I have a vending machine company. I have a drop shipping company. And then, of course, I have my 9 to 5.
Good stuff. How amazing. I'm 46 now. She's about to turn 25.
Yes.
And I've already asked her to be her mentor. She said that we could do a mutual exchange, and I'm going to hold her to that.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. So with all that being said, I asked Lauren, how does she balance her time with loving herself? So like one of the things she says she does to love herself is ground herself. So we're grounding ourselves, no shoes. And another thing she said was journaling. So can you tell us? I gifted her a journal. So she has a journal. What can you tell us? Like, this is a gratitude journal. So can you share with us? Everybody knows my 5 gratitudes are ether. I am grateful for the ether. That always goes in my gratitude journal. I'm grateful for the air. That always goes into my gratitude journal. The sun, the rain, and the earth. Those are all of our natural resource abundance, so I always put those inside of my gratitude journal. So, Lauren, would you tell us what is in your gratitude journal?
Yes, so like you, I did the nature and the earth, so I'm grateful for nature and the earth. I did financial stability and abundance because I'm trying to welcome that into my life always. I also chose life and wellness because those are the most important things to me at this time is making sure that my life is full and that I'm well at all times. And then I did close people to me in communication because I'm working on communication and networking and expanding the people I have around me.
That's right.
I think that goes hand in hand. And then opportunity. I'm very grateful for the opportunity in which I create for myself and that others present to me. So
Good stuff. Good stuff. So the great thing about a gratitude journal is that when you write those things down and you're having a bad day, you can always come back and kind of put yourself into that space that you were in when you were writing down your gratitudes, and it helps you pull you out of that. It helps pull you out of that, funk that you might be in. So that is why I wanted to share the gratitude. And we have some tea here. Lauren said that she also has tea when she does her gratitude. Yes. So this is elderberry a choice of elderberry, chamomile, and red clover, all serving different purposes. So let's get into the holistic health business that you were talking about. What is the name of the business that you were considering?
Yes, so my practice right now, I'm planning for it to be called Southern Charm Healthcare and Medical Spa, and we will offer services from childbirth to your regular women's health services to beauty and natural beauty and health care tips.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so
Beautiful.
we'll do natural enemas and natural facials and things.
Well, you definitely have a client.
Yes. you need to be giving advice. You look so good.
Thank you.
And I was telling her I want to look just like her. So she's gonna give me some tips so that I can incorporate it.
Yeah, well, ask away before. Let me make sure I got
the skin first off.
Okay.
How do I keep the skin nice and tight and right?
Water.
Okay.
Water is.
Is there a special kind of water? It's purified water.
No. Spring.
Yeah.
Spring water. The rule of thumb for me is the natural, closest to the earth.
Yes.
Natural. So the spring water springs from there. Every living water moves. You have rainwater that pours down. You have ocean water that waves. Mm-hmm. You have spring water that springs from the mountains. What other waters? River water flows. Whatever natural water source you have, it moves. Mm-hmm. So one thing I would suggest is that when you drink your spring water, if it's in a bottle or something like that, then you want to shake it. So for instance, we have water that it's the spring water, but I boiled it, so there's movement. Yes. So we didn't necessarily have to shake it. But if you have a bottled water, I prefer glass because it's a natural. Then you just shake it, and you reactivate that water. So if it's just sitting there, kind of like a distilled water, there it is. There it is. And so if you, a lot of people say, well, I'd rather have distilled water. If you have a distilled water, you're going to want to put your crystals in there, like a citrine or something that's going to activate that water. So anytime you drink water, just make sure that you activate it some kind of way. And water is living. So just like you put your positive affirmations inside of your gratitude book, you speak to your water. We're 80-90% water. Yes. So we have to speak life into ourselves. That's why we do the gratitude journals and things like that. So water is definitely my number one, advice for
tipping your regimen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take that. And I have another question.
Okay.
Have you been on this journey for a long time?
6 years.
6 years.
6 years. I'm plant-based.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
I don't prefer the word vegan or vegetarian because the names, the origination of things, like if you say vegetarian, that literally means vegetables on the table. Yeah. So eggs, milk, none of that should really be under vegetarian umbrella. Mm-hmm. But they do it. So sometimes they muddy the waters, so you really don't know. So I prefer the word plant-based because vegan, I'm sure, will get a new, now I think they say, like I say raw vegan, and they'll say cooked. It can be cooked up to a certain amount, and I'm like, then how is that raw?
Yeah, you're not getting the full nutrients of the vegetable or whatever you're eating. Yeah.
So give me my stuff raw. Now in Kentucky, it's a lot harder.
Absolutely.
Because like my face is so, and I'm so grateful to you right now for talking about my skin, because I'm over here like feeling it because it's so dry and in this area. Yes. But when I go to Florida, I belong in the tropics.
Yeah.
I belong.
Your skin does so well.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. So I enjoy, the freedom of eating my raw plant-based diet. I think if I lived in a tropical area, I would not have a problem with being raw. Yeah. But right now, I do a little more cooking and stuff like that just a little bit. But again, just the face being all dry. But yeah. But now your routines. What do you do? When do you journal?
So I journal twice a day. I do it in the morning. I wake up at 4 a.m. daily, and the first thing that I do is I will read a passage from the current book that I'm reading, and then I'll journal. So if it's a finance book or a self-help or care book, it just really depends. I try to stay self-care for my morning routine so that I can incorporate it into my day. But I'll journal either a passage or something that I've learned from that book, and then I'll do a brain dump. So I'll just write down everything that's on my mind, whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever.
So you have more than one journal.
Oh, absolutely.
How many?
I'm a journal hoarder.
Right, because I only have 3. I have the journal for gratitude. I have the journal for, like you said, to write everything down in that day. And then I have the dream journal. Yeah. So how many journals do you have?
I have 3. So my goals and my dreams would be in one, but I subcategorize them. So it would be dreams, goals, aspirations, things like that. It would be a ongoing to-do list, or and then my gratitude would be there. So I do section them off.
Good stuff.
But it all that is personal. It's called my personal journal.
Right.
I also have one for business because I do separate goals, dreams, goals, and aspirations for my business.
Right.
And then I'll have another one which would be family related, family and friends related, which I could probably incorporate to the personal.
Good stuff. Yeah. I love it. Just in case you guys missed the tip.
I really forgot we were recording.
This is the authentic Lauren. And just in case you guys missed it, I'm talking about if you're trying to be a millionaire, listen to the tip that she gave just one more time about what do you actually journal for business specifically.
My dreams, goals, and aspirations on where I am and where I want my businesses to go. The manifestation and that really brings everything alive. And also how I speak in my journal. Right. So I don't ever talk as if I want it, or I speak as if I already have it.
Yes.
I don't ever say I want to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire by this date.
Good stuff. Mm-hmm. I say I am.
I am.
And I feel like that. I am a millionaire.
I am affirmations.
Yes, and the reason why is because all you're doing is manifesting it. Like you said, you're just bringing it into existence. As above, so below. If it's already within you, all you're doing is manifesting
Absolutely.
it. So you already are. There's nothing wrong with saying I am.
Absolutely.
And then whatever follows I am, so shall be.
Absolutely.
So for me, my dream journal is a literal dreams. Like, now I call my dreams visions. So I have a vision.
I like visions better.
Yeah, but my dream journal is actually when I wake up, I'll jot down what I dream.
Yep.
So it's like, what did I dream last night? And sometimes I have some weird dreams.
Yeah.
So I want to put all that down. But I really feel like that you can manifest inside the dream world.
I do too.
Then here, good stuff.
Absolutely.
I feel like we have a lot we can talk about.
Yes. But with dreams, instead of writing them, I'll definitely try writing them. But I talk about them.
Okay.
So I'll tell someone, I had this dream last night, and I'll explain what I believe that it means, what the message I believe, what's behind it. I love my dreams. A lot of people, they don't remember their dreams, and in that case, it's a whole nother thing.
But actually doing the dream journal will help you, remember too. But yeah, I'm like you. Now, do you lucid dream?
I do.
Yes.
That's one of my, I'll say, a downfall.
Why?
Yeah, because it's I get lost in them, and so I can't go back, and I tend to venture off in my lucid dreams.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not an expert, but I do really think that lucid dreaming, like here in the reality of this world, it's more dense.
Mm.
In the dream world, it's lighter, and you actually can manifest things quicker there. Like, can you fly in your dreams? Do you fly in your dreams? I fly. Whatever I want to do in that dream, I can do it. So then, like, if you want to do something like that in the real world, then it's a place to practice. Now, I'm not telling anybody to get on a 7-story building and jump off. But I am saying that there are some superpowers that I believe that we have that we can manifest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Telepathy, when I had children, I talked to my kids. I didn't know what they were saying, but I knew what they wanted. So that's a form of telepathy. So we just have to nurture those things. But you seem like you had a point that you wanted to say.
No, not necessarily a point. I just wanted, how do I gain control?
I'm learning. That's what I said. I'm not an expert, but if you lucid dream, that is you controlling your dreams.
Okay.
So it's very exciting to be able to lucid dream because I see colors. I remember the first time I dreamed in Spanish, which actually helped me realize that I was learning Spanish. So, it's one thing to learn it here, like I said, in the reality, but then when you're in the dream world, and I'm like, I woke up and I was like, I just dreamt in Spanish. Like, yes.
I was Spanish speaking. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do have those dreams.
Yeah, so it's exciting. And I think when I started lucid dreaming I was a kid, probably in 9th grade, studying for a 9th grade algebra test. And My mother told me I had to go to bed, and I was like, I'm not ready for this test. I literally took the book, laid it down, but I was
and you knew.
I was actually dreaming about the study,
Mm-hmm.
the study material, and I was just dreaming, and I literally started lucid dreaming inside of my dream, woke up and aced the test.
Okay.
But it's practice.
I gotta get conscious about my lucid dreams then. I can't let them have me wonder.
That's right. It's just practice. Anything you do is practice. But I don't want to fall too far away from what other things do you do to... My main goals for the questions today was, who are you? A lot of people, when you ask the question, who are you, they give their title.
Yeah.
They give what they
very
do.
bad. Yeah, very bad.
Who is Lauren?
That's a great question. I am a healer.
Oh, good stuff.
I believe that I am a healer. I believe that I am here to provide resources to people, whether it is of their financial gain or wellness. I believe that I'm here to absolutely heal people in any way that I can provide them resources to. I believe that
good stuff.
I'm a nurturer also.
Okay. Now I'm going to get a little deeper.
Let's go deep.
And the reason why is because you're still providing a service when you say you're a healer.
Yeah.
And I know as women, we're nurturers by nature, and we're always talking about nurturing other people. But I still want to know, who is Lauren? Let me give you an example of me. One of the things I say I am is a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. I know that's kind of like a techie, scientific name, but it still kind of gives you more of my inner being, like who I am. So if you could kind of use that as a gauge.
Absolutely. I think I am a humanitarian, or a multifaceted humanitarian.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Go with that.
I
Good
believe
stuff.
that I'm here to, I don't want to say service though. You got me on that word now. I'm going to eliminate it from my vocabulary now.
Right.
Absolutely. Wow.
Right. And because that's what you do.
Absolutely.
Right. You're a
but
healer.
It's not intentional.
Right.
So I'm not consciously trying to be the great person that I am.
But see, that would be what I would say is a definition, because now this would be my external thought of you.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say great person. I mean, it would be more. I mean, oh my goodness, goddess maybe. There's a lot. I mean, you do a lot, and that's to be commended.
Thank you.
Good gracious. But what else do I want to ask you? Any other questions for me?
Yes. Can we go back to that question? So how would I describe myself? So
well, again, I call myself a multidimensional being. So let's say so what about,
I don't know if I'm there yet. I'm working to be.
Right. And the reason why I say that is I love this because you're a doctor, so I can say certain things. Like, so you got the endocrine system. Mm-hmm. The root vibrates red. The sacral, the chakras vibrate orange. The solar plexus or digestive system vibrates yellow. Yeah. Cardiovascular vibrates
purple.
That's green.
Green. Okay.
And then blue is, let's say your lymph nodes or your throat chakra is going to be blue. And then indigo is your third eye or pineal gland. And then purple, or some people say white or violet, is your crown chakra. And so that's the multi-dimension. So, like, let's say, for instance, you and I are having...
I'm still learning. Oh, my goodness.
Well, say we're
and
having...
I feel like this is going to help, too, right?
It will.
Oh, my goodness. That's why I'm so excited. Oh, my goodness.
So, like, we're having a physical experience right now. But I am emotionally bonding with you. Yes. So that's two different angles, two different perspectives. Mentally, we're conversating and we're having mental... over inner and understanding of each other. Or like, let's say spiritually, I noticed you didn't cringe at the word goddess, or are you, because I know some people I can't say that to because they feel like,
Yeah.
You know? So you didn't cringe. So it's like we were able to connect on that level. Mm-hmm. So it's multi-dimension. So how I see that is like if you look at the sun, if it rises in the east and then it comes up to the Venus over your head at noon, and then it sets in the west, mm-hmm. you're going to see different perceptions or perspectives of the sun. That's the same when it comes to us. We're multidimensional. One day I may be in my emotions. Yeah. You know, another day I may be physically, you know, doing my exercises and whatever it is that I need to do. Spiritually,
just a different dimension of yourself. Ooh, okay.
Right. So that's a multidimensional being having a human experience. Like a lot of people feel like we're humans that just happen to possess a spirit.
Yeah.
I believe that we're spirit who possess a human physical body.
This is our vessel.
Yes.
Oh my, yes.
So that's kind of what I would say. But so when it comes to you, you have to define for you.
And that's something I'm going to work on.
Good stuff.
I love this homework, this takeaway.
Good stuff. Let me make sure I have all my questions. Who is Lauren?
Who am I?
How do you love yourself? You told us about that. When do you love yourself? You told us that too. When do you journal? We talked about the business.
I have different routines if you want to get into it.
I have that on here. So what are the different routines?
So it depends on the day, but weekly so daily we'll do journal. Mm-hmm. We'll do this twice a day, but also I ground. So I love grounding when it's raining or wet outside. So yesterday and the day before. So I ground, and then
even when it's cold.
Yes, absolutely.
Twins.
Absolutely.
Have you done it in the snow?
I have not yet.
I've done it in the snow, but you do have to get all the snow out of the way. But Mother Earth, the core, is still warm. So even when my husband and we were grounding and it was cold outside.
Grass?
It wasn't snow, definitely grass. Okay. We don't treat our grass so that we can ground.
Right.
So we were out there, and what we noticed from our experience, when the sun comes up, the ground seemed colder. But it's like at different perspectives of the sun, the ground will be a specific warmth, you know, and it's just something to journal or just, you know, figure out, is it too warm? Because I did, at some point it got too cold for me. And so I started doing my yoga in the house. Yes. But I would open the window and let the fresh air through. So, you know, I kind of do that as a moon ritual.
Yeah,
Do you do any moon rituals?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
Okay. So,
besides cleansing my crystals, that's really, that's all.
Do you ground those as well?
Yes, I do.
Good
I do.
stuff.
I do.
Good stuff.
I cleanse them from the moon, and then I also, what else have I done? Yeah, really just the moon.
Okay. Now, do you use sun to
Yes.
do anything with your crystals?
Yeah.
Do you put your crystals in your water to drink or anything?
I just learned about that, actually. And then you mentioned it, so I was going to bring it back up. Are there specific crystals that I should use?
I would say quartz. Quartz
okay.
crystals are really good.
And I know they're making the bottles, but...
Yeah, I've seen those. I haven't invested in one,
no.
but I like the rough crystals. You know how they have the ones that are already polished? Yes. I like the crystals. Like, if I really want to go to Arizona and just go to the turquoise mines and just pull my...
I just learned about that.
Yes.
And they let you?
Well, the two that I know of are closed. No, the one that I know is closed, and then there's one that's still open. And
they let you get your own crystals.
Well, I don't know yet. I haven't been, but they do have like shops and stuff that you can do. Yeah. But then I'm sure if you know a local, you can figure it out. Mm-hmm. But I haven't done it yet, so I don't want to. I don't want to say for sure.
But I didn't even know they had the mines for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Turquoise. Arizona is known for turquoise mines. So.
I just learned something else because I'm in Arizona a lot, so
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know Kings something, turquoise mines is one, and I feel like that one might be the one that's closed down, I'll have to leave a link down there to say which one it is if anybody's interested. And I'll definitely shoot you
Thank you. Thank
the
you.
information. But yeah, so this ended up being longer. So I kind of let me make sure that was all my questions. Routine, I think, was the last one. Why do you journal? And you already gave us that. So any more questions for me? I think I could ask her like a lot more questions, but I do want to go ahead and.
What advice would you give a young lady like me?
Oh my goodness, this is hilarious because I already told you I want to be your mentee.
Yeah. But of course, I'm still not that seasoned, so.
Seasoned, you're right. Okay. A young goddess like yourself.
From self-love to business.
Yes, you come with so much already. I would definitely say be yourself. Good gracious, you. Now, are we talking specifically for?
Let's do everything. So let's do love.
Love. Okay.
Relationship.
Look,
a healthy one.
A very healthy relationship. I don't want to put him on the spot, but I'm sitting here like, I got a single son. I know he's.
Oh,
wow. But love. I would definitely say. Know who you are before you even think about getting in a relationship with someone else. Know who you are. Because when you know who you are, then you're always going to be able to accompany that or multiply that. Mm-hmm. But if you don't know who you are, then it's going to be a challenge to multiply whatever that is, if you don't know what you are. So you know who you are and then multiply. I guess what I'm trying to say is he will gravitate toward you, because energy and frequency and vibration is how all this stuff moves. So if your frequency and your energy is admitting who you are, then you're going to attract that love. So I would definitely say know who you are.
And to piggyback off that, I heard you say you and your husband ground together.
Yes.
So is that something that you had to force him to do? Or was he
I am a bully. I'm a bully in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. When I went plant-based, the whole family went plant-based. However, I do try to pride myself on allowing people to be who they are. Mm-hmm. But I do think that if you love yourself, then you're going to make good choices. So in order to... The first example I said was to know who you are. The second thing I would say is to love yourself. So if you love yourself and when you bring things to the relationship and you have two parties that love themselves, then it's going to be you're not going to have to bully them too much. Yeah. Once you can get them plant-based and they clear their head. But I did become a bully. I was a bully until that point. Now it's a little easier because, you just love yourself. Mm-hmm. What do you do to love yourself? And so my loving myself, maybe the grounding, maybe sun gazing, maybe...
We didn't even talk about sun gazing. Oh my goodness.
So I have a lot of things that I do to love myself. So when I introduce... And he has things to do to love himself. So when... he brings to me what we just kind of do it together, but you do have to have your quiet time.
Oh, yeah.
We have our quality time, but we also have our quiet time. So you got to balance that out. Yeah. So I got my quiet time, but then, because one of the things I used to do was a 5-mile walk. And so I called it my gratitude walk. So I would just walk for 5 miles, just saying all my gratitudes. Like we just did 5. Yeah. I literally walked for an hour and a half, thanking my creator for all the things that I'm grateful for.
Absolutely.
And then when the pandemic, all this craziness happened, he came home and he started walking with me. And I realized, I was like, that it was quality time, which was good, but I was like, where's my quiet time? Yeah. So I had to make sure that I got both of those. So
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I had another question. Let me rethink of it.
Those are good questions, by the way.
I couldn't even see his face when you were answering. I wanted to see his face.
while you think of your question, did you guys have any other questions before?